Hello, Plannerets. How are you? It is a new week for me here in Sydney, Australia. It is Monday, 5 a.m., and I'm so happy you can join me today for my Plan With Me session for the new week of March 31st to April the 6th. A new month is here. Hello, Cindy. Nice to see you. Thank you so much for joining me. Mama Mita Tamara. Nice to see you. Thank you so much for joining. Ronnie Cat. Hello. And Angela is here as well. Suzanne, hi. Mine is water. Don't know why I resist drinking it. You know what? For me, I think the thing that maybe that I know I wasn't drinking enough is because I didn't have a handy water bottle nearby. And then also the type of water bottle that you need to have makes a big difference as well. So ones that I had one where it had a lid, and so you had to take it off, put it back on, and so I was less likely somehow to drink. But something with a little spout or like a straw was I found myself able to drink more water that way. So Suzanne, maybe you can try. Suzanne was saying that adding water as a habit to try and incorporate as part of your well-being. Thank you so much for joining me today. Speaking of water, let us take a sip. How are you all? Are you good? Are you ready for the new month? I hope you are. If not, that's okay. You can plan along with me, or if you are watching on replay, make sure you say hello in the comments section as well. For those of you who may not know, I am Marianne, and through my own planning, habit tracking, well-being, and self-care, I hope you can find some inspiration and ideas for your own planning system. So especially if you are feeling a little bit overwhelmed, anxious, stressed out, burnt out, all of the outs. Just make sure you are giving yourself a little bit of time, self-care, and just be compassionate and give yourself grace. And speaking of grace, today I am going to be setting up my well-being planner spread. And what I found when I created this planner spread for myself, it helped me create a balanced week that helped me stay on top of my goals without burning out, or at least burning out too much. Of course, life happens, and so things turn up that we don't plan, but our planner is there to help guide us back or course correct, or just give us a little prompt and a little nudge that says, hey, you said this was important to you. Let's make sure we can try and get back on track. So do let me know if you have any question at all throughout today's Plan With Me session. Please type a Q in front of your question, so then that way I can see it a lot clearer amongst the wonderful engagement and chat that you guys will have throughout the session. So now make sure you do stick around, because by the end of this, you'll have a simple system to hopefully either add into your own, or maybe try and incorporate it in some form, in some way, to make your own monthly planning stress-free and actually fun. So if you're ready, I am ready. Let us go. Hello. We have also here Brenda. Nice to see you. Hello, all. Thank you so much for joining. Stephanie, Plannerets Assemble. Hello, everyone. Hope you are well. Thank you so much for joining. And A Slice of Life is here today. Thank you so much. Oh, I am loving this. Thank you all for joining me. All right, so why is our well-being, planning for your well-being, important, and how it can be a big game changer? So in today, I have in one of the live streams earlier last week or later in last week, I changed my planner to A5 Filofax Domino Soft in the color Orchid. If you want to look at any of the Filofax range, please check out the description. I do have an affiliate code and discount code that you can use. So if it's something that you want to check out, make sure you take advantage of the discount. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk through how the well-being planner spread and embellishing it helps me with my own self-care and trying to get calm and clarity and balance throughout my week. So I'm going to try, fingers crossed, to write and talk at the same time. All right, so let's quickly flip over to my ultimate planner bundle printable. I'm going to take all my little clear divider tabs so it is not shining in your eye or reflecting. Now the goals for April, I'm going to do that a little bit later when I do my reflection of how well I did with my March goals, and then see what worked well, what I need to change, what I might need to let go. So that is still looking empty. Those of you who did your April embellishment with me and then created some lovely floral doodles, thank you for those that shared your own April monthly cover page in the Plannerettes community. Please keep them coming. I am so proud of all of you and how beautiful your planner cover pages have turned out. This is April is a free printable download, so you can either get it by signing up to my weekly email newsletter or joining the Plannerettes community. I have set up my calendar as well. Now my habit tracker I'll probably set up a little bit later today or tomorrow, again because I want to review how well I did with my March habits routine and see if I have to change things around. Okay, and the same with my mood and sleep tracker. So for today's Plan With Me session, I'm going to be doing the Well-Being Planner spread, and I'm going to go through each section, and hopefully if you do have any aha moments, well, oh, I can add that in, incorporate that in some sort of way with what, with the system you already have, or if you have my Ultimate Planner Bundle printable yourself, then plan and embellish along with me. All right, so for the theme or the color code for this week is I based it on off these two, well, this washi tape. Okay, so this floral washi tape, I think I got this as a set, a pack of 5 from Kmart here in Australia, and then as a contrasting color, this Filofax washi tape, and then that will go really well. And then what I did is I picked markers, highlighters that would go nicely with this. So if you are ever stuck on what theme, what color combo, if you do have washi tapes or favorite markers, they are a good starting point, and then you just swatch the markers that you have and see which one will go well. Okay, so let us have a look. Are we good? All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to practice my hand lettering thing and put up here the date range, which is March 31st to April the 6th, and I'm just going to zoom in so you can see. I'm probably going to put it here so then the ring isn't in the way. So I'm going to try and talk and hand letter at the same time. So fingers crossed. What I might do is I might just quickly write down here so then that way I don't make any mistake. I think that is right. I hope it is right. Okay, so bear with me as I do this, and hopefully I don't make any mistake. Thank you so much, Tamara. Don't forget to like and subscribe. She deserves it so much. Mwah! Oh, big kiss to you. I appreciate that. Yes, tap that like button. All right, so the hand lettering I'm going to do it in smaller case, and the well-being planner spread has dotted, I don't know, let's do it this way. See how it's got like little dot grid at the top? That is so then you can write your heading or line up your washi tape. 3 grid. No, actually I'm going to take 2 grid lines, 1, 2 here and here. Okay, so that's the height of my letters, and hopefully I can do this right. So if you have been doing hand lettering, so it's all about creating thick and thin strokes, and I do have I think it was a live stream. I was about to write Marianne, you see, if I'm not paying attention, I'm going to put there MARCH. Okay, so what happens is we often get caught up in just listing our task when it comes to our planner. And so we're always writing the things we need to do, the appointments, the bills, all right? And then but real productivity includes self-care and balance, which is what we're going to talk about today. Because sometimes what we think is, oh, I don't have time, I'm too busy to add self-care, or you feel guilty because you're already behind, and then you think, oh, it's not something I can fit into my week. So all we start to do is we just go write our tasks and to-dos. That is why prioritizing our mental, physical, spiritual, social, career, financial, and family well-being leads to long-term success. So March 31st to April 6th. Okay, so this marker that I'm using is the Pentel brush sign pen. And so it's got a tiny cute little brush that you can create beautiful hand lettering where the brush is nice and soft, so then the amount of pressure you apply will create the thick and thin strokes. April 6. There we go. Okay. So one of the biggest things that I've learned with having a system like this, where it incorporates not just your tasks and to-dos, but looking after your wellness, looking at making sure you're being intentional and taking breaks so you're not burning out. All right. So there's the spread there. If you are new to my channel, I'm going to explain each section. All right. So really, really important that you have a system that that will fit not just your tasks, but things that are important to you, that's looking after yourself and your well-being. All right. Now, cutting in and out for me. Is everyone? Oh no. Is everything? She deserves it so much. Oh, thank you so much. Is the audio cutting out, or is it just me? Cutting in and out for me. Can you see? Let me know, Susan and Slice of Life. Oh my goodness. Can you, Slice of Life, can you please remind me again your first name, or but if you can, I'm just trying to see. I'm watching the side. I might turn off. Okay. Hopefully, see if you can restart or refresh and let me know if it is also still cutting in and out. So hopefully everything's all right. I made sure that the speed of my internet was fine. But yeah, let me know, please, if it is working fine for me. Thank you, Brenda. I appreciate you letting me know. Tamara says he is okay with the sound. Okay. All right. So yes, please, for those who might have the audio cutting in and out, just refresh for me and see if that's, and do a reboot. Yes, thank you. And hopefully that might help. All right, so I've done my hand lettering date range at the top, and I picked the colors. Where is the, I think it was just 3 colors. Okay, so these are Pentel brush sign pen, as you can see here. And just do make sure, if you are going to get these brush pens, can you see how the barrel has, like, it's glittery? Because there are also some other like Pentel markers that the brush or the tip is not flexible, so it's a lot harder for you to get the thick and thin stroke. Okay, and Susan will also try to reboot as well. Thank you, ladies. Thank you so much for your patience. That's what happens sometimes with internet, when you have no control of it. And now it is also raining here at the moment, and I know when it rains my internet goes in and out, but hopefully if everyone else is working fine, fingers crossed. Okay, so look, honestly, I don't get to do all the habits and routines that I have set out for myself in 7 key areas. Okay. So I don't, check off every habit across all these, the key areas that I'm going to go through all the time. And that is okay. I just want to point out that, it's not about being perfect. It's about being aware. We write the habits and routines for ourselves at the beginning of the week, at the beginning of the month. As you can see, my habit tracker here, I don't get to do everything all the time. It's not about being 100% because I know a few of you, that's one of the things that you get maybe upset about, or that you think that you're failing if you don't, use your planner all the time, or you don't get to mark things off all the time. Whenever I take a step back and look at my well-being planner, so let's just say here, as you can see, I didn't get to do a lot of stuff. That's because it was my anniversary on Saturday, and so I wanted to make sure I was prepared and everything was set for other things in my life. So it is okay. Please note and take my example that it's about being aware and stepping back and seeing that if there are areas in your life that maybe, you're neglected, or maybe, oops, I haven't done that for like the last 3 days, the realization and the awareness is the important part. Okay, so you might be super busy with work, and so things like your financial well-being might have, you might haven't been watching like me, your finance, like for the last few months, and maybe spent too much on stationery. Okay, so it's important that it's a guide. Whatever you're doing in your planner is a guide. It's not about ticking everything off the list, because I used to feel that way too. But now I have built the habit of giving myself grace and compassion that if things haven't been filled out, something else took importance that, or took a higher priority that way. Or you might have career goals that are going strong, but then you haven't taken a moment to, have a mental well-being habits and routines. So then of course that will, all these things can sneak up on you and cause you stress. Yay, that's work. I can hear now. I love it. Me too. Excellent. Thank you, ladies, for your patience and rebooting the computer. Okay, so even if it's just a small action, so I'm going to go through the areas of focus in a bit, and then write down what the habits and routine I want to focus on this week for my well-being and create a balanced life. Okay, so even if it's just a small action, like sending a text to a friend, or stepping outside for 5 minutes, or doing a quick journal reflection, those small things are going to add up. So can you do me a favor and give yourself some compassion and grace if you don't get everything done, that we write at the beginning of the week? I want you to be kind to yourself, all right? Because it's hard, because we've been for me anyway, for years and years, I've been told that, oh, you got to multi task, you got to get this done, you got to do well in this, you got to do well in that. And then of course, if you drop the ball in one area or all of them, you just go, oh, I must be a failure. Okay, keep balance on front of mind. This is what this planner printable will help you, or if you are going to apply something similar in your own system, it's just keeping balance front of mind, that if certain areas get neglected, maybe you need to pick it up again next week. Okay, so it's not a rigid checklist. I just want you to keep an eye, keep that in mind. It's a guide that's going to help you adjust before you start feeling overwhelmed. Okay, so the areas of focus that I have on here, I use Zig Ziglar's Wheel of Life methodology, that in 7 key areas of focus, you should be doing something, regularly or consistently throughout the week. So then that way you do create that balance and one area doesn't get neglected too much or too for far too long. Okay, so if really important that you know what's important to you right now. You might go and have a look at maybe only 2 to 3 areas of focus. Okay, so for me, I still write 7 habits and routines for the areas of focus. So if there are some that I may have to neglect this week, I'll know next week, oh, I need to, do some reading, oh, I need to do some movement, or I need to make sure I'm cleaning the house. Okay, so really, really important. So let's have a look. I think I'm going to use my little Kuretake Zig Clean Color dot marker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I just like adding those dots for color and embellishment, right? So I'm actually not going to be making any marks on these. It's just a nice little embellishment on the side of my planner, all right? So, okay, let's quickly see how this works. So this is my 7 key areas of focus, and I'm going to go through each one, and then I'm going to give you ideas on what type of habits and routines that you can add for yourself in these areas. Balance is the key. All right, so the first thing I want to look at, and again, the order that I write them in is the order I do them throughout the day. So the first thing I look at is my spiritual well-being. So this could, for you, this could be, you might be a religious person, and so you might want to read the Bible, scripture. You might want to do some gratitude log or gratitude journaling, or for me it's my meditation. So I like to use the Headspace app. So meditate in the morning. So this helps me. Okay, so meditation helps me to be mindful. Mindful is the act of focusing in the present moment. So not worrying about the past or the future, just really focusing on the moment. And meditation and deep breathing or guided meditation is a habit and a practice that I, try and do every day. So then when I get overwhelmed, I turn to focusing on my breathing as a way to acknowledge maybe any thoughts, anxious thoughts or worrying thoughts that pop into my mind. And then I go, okay, I let it go. And then I go and, do my breathing and focus on the breath going in through the nose and out through the mouth. I actually don't go and sit on the floor in the lotus position and go just sit at my desk. I have my phone next to my, I'll try and see if I can turn the lights off so it's not too bright, even when I have my eyes closed, and then I follow a guided meditation. If you are in the Plannerettes community or you join the Plannerettes community, I have a 30-day guest pass for a new users of Headspace app. So you might want to try that. And it's really good because it's just guided. I don't have to worry about having to think what I need to go and do to, how do I do meditation? What do I need to focus on? So that's the first thing. So spiritual, have a think. Do you do anything at the moment that taps into your spiritual well-being? Again, this could be gratitude, journaling, meditation. All right. So let me know in the chat what spiritual well-being habit or practice do you have in your own weekly or monthly routine? The next thing I like to do is look after my physical well-being. This could be even you planning your meals. I know, who was it? I think Melinda yesterday asked about, how do you plan for your meals? So because your meal planning talks about nutrition and looking after your physical well-being, working out or sleep goals or any type of movement. So for me, my physical well-being habit that I want to do is walk on my walking pad. So I'm just going to put walking pad for, let's say, 10 to 30 minutes. Okay, so if I'm not feeling as energetic, I can then look at walking on my walking pad. I purchased that so then that way I can try and be consistent with my movement. So have a think. What physical well-being habit and routine would you like to get better at, or maybe add into your routine? Again, it doesn't, I fell into the trap of thinking movement has to be cardio, that you need to be sweating, that you need to be doing it for an hour to an hour and a half for it to count. Remember, every little action we do adds up. So that's that 1% better. All right. So if you haven't added any movement at all, that's also getting yourself outside. So anything, even walking, if you can still talk. I think they say if you can walk brisk enough that you can talk, but then, maybe your heart rate is up a little bit. But start small. Um, Brenda says prayer and scripture writing, sometimes meditation. I love it. Erica, nice to see you. Good morning. Good morning, Marianne and Plannerettes. Thank you so much for joining today. So I'm just going through the 7 key areas of focus and the habits and routine that I want to incorporate in my weekly well-being. So far, spiritual, physical. Another key area of focus that I have is my career. So at the moment, my career is my content creation until, for those of you that might not know, I'm also looking for a full-time job outside of the home to ensure that, I'm contributing to the financial well-being of my household and my family. So at the moment, career is sort of like, up in the air. So until I find, hang on. Until I find a full-time career outside or job outside of the home, of course, I'm still going with my content creation and being active here on YouTube and Instagram and my weekly email newsletter and Plannerettes community. So for my career, I'm going to, this for you, it could be you can include key goals for work. Do you want to get a promotion? Do you want to get, additional responsibilities to ensure you help yourself move up the ladder? So have a think. What things can I do each and every day or consistently throughout the week that will help me move that one step closer to my career goal? So for me, this is, I think I had put upload content on Instagram. Okay, so Instagram really is one of the gateways where I reach more people, and there's more possibilities for my post and content to be viewed by a lot of people. So I want to make sure that I am uploading a content on Instagram, if not every day, at least every second day. So that is my one of the key habits that I want to do for my career. Again, have a think. What sort of things do you have right now that will help you move closer to a career goal? And career goal, again, doesn't have to be the big, I want to get promoted to a manager, right? It could just be making sure that you are not putting too much on your work plate. So if you have a lot of, tasks that have been put upon you, think a career goal or well-being habit could be ensuring that I am constantly having communication door open to my boss and letting them know that if I get overwhelmed, I'm going to let them know and not just keep accepting, tasks when I'm already overworked. Okay, so that could be a career goal, ensuring that you are speaking up and you're not just, because a lot of us who, are high achievers, right? We go yes to everything because we think we can do it all. I'm sure we can, but we got other things to try and balance. So make sure, have a think. What thing can I do on a regular basis, each and every or consistent basis each week to ensure that I have a nice balance with my career goal. Erica says, I notice a lot of my wellness habits happen bookend, start and end of day, like journaling, praying, exercise, etc. I definitely have a menu of options that switch from day to day or week to week. I love that. Me too. A lot of my wellness are the morning because I have a lot of energy in the morning, and then that's when I like to do them. And then I make sure that if I found with my own patterns, if I don't get to do my morning routine or, a lot of the stuff, then the day, I feel a lot, if new things have come up, then I get knocked about a lot more than I would if I have looked after myself in these key habits of focus. I love it. Okay. So then the next thing I have as part of my 7 key areas of focus is social. What connections matter this week? So I'm going to put on here, I just put connect. I know already with connect, I either, DM someone, I FaceTime someone, I catch up with my accountability partners when it comes to, content creation. I FaceTime my parents, I touch base with my brother, my sister-in-law, niece and nephew, my friends. So then I go, when I'm going through my well-being tracker, I'm going, did I connect with someone today? It's like, oh yes, I messaged a friend, or I DM'd a friend, or I sent a hello, or I sent a funny meme, or, what type of connection are you making? Because it's important that we nurture our social well-being as well. So then that way we're not just reaching out when we need help or, wait for others to call us. We need to make sure that we're also maintaining our connections with loved ones, with friends, and building that network and building our community. Because as human beings, we are social creatures and we thrive on connection and community. All right, so have a think as well. Thank you, Erica. Yes, I did my little gel nail polish, and then I've got my matching rainbow band. Yeah, so something fun for April to help match my April cover page and all the floral doodles and embellishments. Thank you for saying I've got the cute nails. All right, so then the next thing is mental well-being. What sort of things are you doing throughout the week that's keeping your mind active? This can include, it doesn't just have to be about reading or learning. It can be Sudoku, crossword puzzles, coloring in, crocheting, learning a new skill, learning a new hobby. Make sure that you're also incorporating that. Doesn't mean you go and have to do it each and every day, but make sure you are tapping into your mental well-being to keep your mind active. So for me, I either go and read the book that I'm currently reading or learning any of my online courses that I purchased to make sure I'm doing the best I can for my content creation. So reading and learning, that's a little bit later throughout the day. So then that's for my mental well-being. Have a think. Are you incorporating anything that's keeping your mind active, right? Because it's important, because our cognitive thinking and our cognitive part of our brain needs to be elastic. So then that way, it helps us later in life as well. So if we don't use it, we lose it, right? Use it, toots, or you lose it, right? And so it's really important. And lots of studies have shown that, if you're keeping your mental and your mind active, then, the severity or likelihood of dementia or Alzheimer's. So really important. Let's do it now when we're young, rather than having to do it later, when we're much older and trying. So that thing of you can't teach an old dog new tricks, wrong. You can, a lot of studies have shown that, the elderly who do lots of activities, mental activities, keep their mind sharp. So have a think. Is there anything in your weekly habits and routine that's helping your mental well being? The other key area of focus that I look at is either family or home. So, what are you doing with your family? Right. So, if we all know in the past, a lot of us, can be career orientated, and then of course we might neglect, our children, our loved ones, and then of course we look back, and then our children are grown and go, oh, where did the time go? So, what sort of family or home habits and routines can you incorporate in your weekly routine that's either going to keep your home clean, because they talk about, in your environment can affect your mood? Are you, spending time with your husband, your partner, your loved one? It's important. I said to my husband, I was talking to him earlier today, and he's going, yeah, you said that before. And goes, it doesn't matter. So are you going to say that, because I've said I love you already, that I'll, you wouldn't want me to say it again and again, right? So it's making sure we are nurturing family. So for me, look, we live in a small flat. We're always near each other and making sure. So for me, I'm going to put for the home. So my one is keeping our home tidy, because I know it affects my mood when our place is a mess. So I actually put for family slash home, I do a 5 minute tidy up. 5 minute tidy up. Okay, have a think. Do you have anything in your habits and routine that, tap into making sure you are nurturing the family and or looking after your home? And, we know we have cleaning tasks and things like this, but have a think, making sure that you're putting maybe some fun. I know probably cleaning isn't a fun thing, right? But incorporating some fun and joy and making maybe a game out of it. All right. So, or game night, or family game night, or date nights. So make sure again. And these sort of things you don't have to do each and every day. So if a date night, you don't have to go on a date each and every day. But have a think. What thing can I incorporate this week that will, make sure that I'm adding the habits, routine, or task, or date, or event that deals with family? Now, here's the thing that I'm adding new to April. I'm going back to tracking our expenses, because I have put that aside because we weren't getting, a regular income each and every week. And then a lot of times we were tapping into our savings, and then, I haven't been tracking our expense, and then I have let that go. And so, of course, here I am going, oh, yeah, let's spend, $5 here, $6 there on washi tapes and new pens and new stickers, and they all add up. So, for my financial well being, is I'm going to track our expenses, track daily expenses. So I used to do that religiously starting from 2017, when we decided to get ourselves out of debt, and then we got ourselves out of debt, and then we kept going. We put sinking funds, we put cash envelopes. I was tracking my expenses, make sure that our budget is within the goal. And then when I went full-time content creator and we weren't getting regular income each and every week, I guess I was I felt like a little bit is the word dejected? Is that a word? I felt like, oh, when sales wasn't high, I'd get upset, and so I didn't really want to be tracking on my expenses, because then it was pointing out that more money's coming out than coming in. So, but it's important, just because for those who who might have no debt or who have savings, it's still important to track your spending habits, so then it doesn't get away from you. I think the budget mom Miko had said it's called the something creep, the spending creep or lifestyle creep. Like you're just spending away. Oh, it's only $5 here of McDonald's. It's only $10 there of Nando's chicken, and but then they add up. Okay, so dejected. sad and depressed. Thank you, Erica. Because I'm going dejected. That sounds like the right word. I always, I've been in Australia for 40 years. We're originally from the Philippines, and I still sometimes joke that, that English is my second language. It's not. English is my first language. Now that, I've been here 40 years and actually don't speak Tagalog or the Filipino dialect that well anymore. I've always known it as lifestyle creep. Thank you. That's the one. Yes. So, yes, you might have money in the bank. So then you go, oh, I'll spend $5 on McDonald's, KFC, frozen, Pepsi, frozen Fanta, buy donuts here and there. And they add up. And then you go, we look at our grocery budget and go, where did the money go? Marianne, it's all the junk food that you have, purchased. So I'm going to be adding tracking our finance. Oops, sorry. Hope don't want to make you dizzy. So, oopsie. I have printed out again for myself my budget worksheet. So I printed the April. So here I've got my running total, my zero-based budget worksheets, and then starting tomorrow, April, I'm going to write down all the expenses where I use cash, all my side hustle expenses, or content creation expenses, and then all the expenses that we use our debit card on. Okay, so that is a new habit, or an old habit that I'm bringing back, because I need to make sure that we are keeping our expenses reined in, because me spending too much on stationery when I already have lots to use. Okay, so that is a new habit. So this a printable budget worksheet. So it's in my shop. So you can have the expense tracker, there's a zero-based budget, there's some savings tracker in there, funds tracker. So have it in A5, Happy Planner Classic, and letter size. So if you wanted to check out the my got hair. If you wanted to check out my budget worksheets, that is what I'm going to be using, and I will be starting to add content to show how I'm using this. So hopefully I'm not too scared with the results. So that's the budget worksheet. So far I have now written at least for March 31st to April 6th, the habits and routines I want to do throughout the week that focus on the 7 key areas of focus based on Zig Ziglar's Wheel of Life. So that's spiritual, physical, career, social, mental, family and home, and finance. Now I write them down in the order that I do them throughout the day. So then that way it's like a little stepping stone. It's like, okay, I've done my meditation. All right, what's next? Whoop, I better go and walk on my walking pad. Have I uploaded something on Instagram? Have I, called anybody, or have I texted? Oh, it's time to learn something, maybe only 5 minutes of reading my book. Okay, have I tidy up today? Okay, time to, at the end of the day, time to track my daily expense. Again, really important that it's not about doing it, 100% all the time. Okay, this was the last week. I didn't get to do all of them, but I know in the weekend I had my celebration. I had my wedding anniversary, and I wanted to relax. So just note that even though you write it at the beginning of the week, if later throughout the week you go, oh my goodness, I haven't contacted anyone. It's a great opportunity, a visual awareness that reminds you, well, okay, you didn't call anyone Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, or you didn't connect. It's Thursday. Go do it now. Go send a text. Go call a friend. Say hello. Just an emoji. Smile. Send a funny meme. Send a funny reel. Okay? So this will just keep you aware of the things that are important to you, the things that you say matter to you, and just go, okay, what do I need to do to make sure I am creating balance? So then you don't turn around later on in the year and go, oh, I haven't, like, why aren't I getting invited to anything? You know, why is my finance, why am I in debt? Why have I put a lot of, purchases on my credit card? It's just being aware. Okay, it's just, that's all it is, giving you a visual bird's eye point of view to say, hey, there's certain things that you said was important. Maybe go and do something about it now. Okay, so let me know, is there anything in your that you are going to add to your planner this week, that that is important to you, that you say matter to you, that maybe you may have neglected, or you want to keep doing it if you're doing a great job, or just maybe add something new, like drinking water. And just, or maybe the thing could be, if it's physical well-being and drinking water, maybe buy yourself a water bottle that you can keep next to your desk. So I actually bought a water bottle, those big ones that, they look like the actual water cooler bottles, but it was too big, because then I had to use two hands, and then it was just like, so make sure it is a convenient size. And I also found the water bottles that you had to take the lid off. I didn't go and drink as often. So one of the 4 laws of behavior change, according to James Clear's book, Atomic Habit, make it easy. So if there's something that you want to do and there's a little bit of friction in your way, or you're not doing it as much as, have a think. What can I do to make it easy for me to do that habit? So for me, I have my running shoes, or my workout shoes, with socks already in them. So then if I go, oh, I haven't walked on my walking pad, I just quickly get there's the pair of socks that's already in there, pop them on, quickly go on the walking pad for 5 minutes while I'm watching Judge Judy. I love watching Judge Judy. Okay? So let me know in the chat, lol on giant water bottles. Yeah, because it's like, I had to actually, like, it was too hard, and then, water would get everywhere. So let me know, what was the question? What's one thing you're adding to your planner this week? How exciting, something new maybe? All right, so Erica says, I'm with you, Marianne. I'm also currently only part-time working, and tracking expenses has helped me my colonized anxiety. Yes, oh, it's just, but I got to face it, because or else I know if I don't track that in a month's time, I'm going to go, oh, where did all that money go? Okay. Oh wow, I've never heard of Zig Ziglar's 7 key areas of life. Great share. Thanks, Marianne. Yeah, so it's really I think it is a productivity guru, but yeah, so wheel of life methodology, and that is why I also have a wheel of life on here. So this tracks visually how well I did with my habits from the previous week. So then again, it's a visual reminder of which area. Do I have any? I haven't been tracking it, because my emotions, oh, here we go. My emotions have been all over the place. So March 10th to the 16th, this is based on how well I did with my 7 key areas of habits from March 3rd to 9th. So all it is, so for example, I meditated 5 times, and so I color in a little segment of the pie. There's little seven little segments for each piece of the pie, and then I color 5. So the wheel of life visual will help make me aware that, so I know my blue is my reading and learning, so I didn't do a lot of the reading and learning from the previous week. I didn't really do 5-minute tidy up of the home the previous week. And then the finance or income producing activity, I did that 3 times. So visually, I'll go, oops, I better make sure that I go and read my book, or make sure that I'm, tidying the home, bit by bit each day, or doing some activity. So this is so visually, it's so this variation of the wheel of life. It can be 8 areas of focus, 10 areas of focus, similar to like life of 10. So really, it's gauging or rating how well you do in each of these areas, and makes you visually aware of any areas that you may be neglecting or need to go and prioritize in the new week. Okay, so let me know. Erica says, I literally bought a water bottle for every area of life. One for just going to picnic, potluck, beach, one just for the car, office for, yeah, it's like the lip balm. You know how we have a lip balm that's in that bag, that bag, that bag, that bag. I have one in the drawer. I've got one in next to my couch. I've got one in the bathroom. So it's like so then that way you're not going, where's that lip balm? You always have one handy. So that is a great idea. So if those of you who want to make sure you're drinking your daily water intake, that is a great idea. So then there's no excuse that you don't have a water bottle handy wherever you are in the house or out and about. A slice of life. I'm going to start working on my well-being. It's been a tough day today. This live is just what I needed today. Yay! Oh, I hope we're bringing you some joy. I'm sending you virtual hugs, okay? I've been through those, well, the last 3-4 weeks. It's been an emotional roller coaster for me. But yes, what has been really helpful is making sure, and this is part of the social well-being, is connecting with people that share the same interests. Because sometimes I know it is a little bit difficult that, sometimes our closest family and friends may not understand what we do, or may not, get the things that's happening to us. And sometimes the love and encouragement and support of strangers, but like friends, online friends, their support is so, gives us that hope and that virtual hug. So I'm so happy that you are here today with us, and hopefully, I don't know what time it is where you are. The night gets better, but give yourself time off. Give yourself the break. Make sure you are looking after yourself, because I've talked about that if we're not looking after ourselves, that's when there'll be cracks in the foundation, and that's when the self-doubt and the anxiety will creep in. Yes, glad you made it. A slice of life. Excellent. Ronnie Cat says, my hubby says you're really good at this and fun. Oh, thank you, hubby. Or reading glasses for over 50 crowd. Yes, I have reading. Well, no, actually, I forgot this one. My husband has reading glasses in each room, and so he just buys the cheaper ones, the different graded ones that you can buy at the petrol station or the convenience store. And so he just has them all around next to everywhere. And so sometimes one of the challenging behaviors, a young man who's on the autism spectrum, he likes to break things. And so, I'm very lucky, knock on wood, that he hasn't touched mum's glasses. But yeah, so, it's one of those things that sometimes it just snaps things. So my husband has glasses everywhere as well. So Erica's going to stretching, and finance checks-ins are what I'll be adding to this week. I love it. Excellent. That's great. I have a pair of glasses everywhere, and I need stretching too. I have my stretching, let me see, as the second thing I do in the morning. There it is. Stretch. And oh, it really does help a lot, because remember, when we're stretching, we're loosening up those tense muscle from, the night, from sleeping in bed and curled up. And then if we're tense, it's sending signal to our amygdala, the nervous system, going, hey, why are we all tensed up? Are we going to run from something? Are we running from danger? Do we need to fight something? Or do we need to freeze and stay still? And then that can send stress hormones, or cortisol, I think it's called, right? And then it's just, you're constantly in anxiety mode. And so stretching, and even simple, rolling of your neck, rolling of your wrist, if you work on the computer and use your mouse all the time, or rolling your shoulders, so lower down your shoulders, so then it's not tensed up and it's not sending a signal to say, why are we all tensed up? So yes, stretching is a good one too. Erica says, I can never get enough stretching. I'm going to try and integrate breathing while stretching. That's an odd thing I seem to miss for some reason. Write it down. More likely, you'll do it when it's written down. Sometimes we forget, but I keep writing things, or write it again and again and again. All right. So there's things that that I write daily. I write, I've written it. I've written it here, and I've written it there, and I've written it here, and I've written it there. So until the habit sticks, give yourself as much prompts, as much triggers, as much guidance as possible. So really, really important. Okay, so now the other thing, where are we? Where is my April? Okay, now the fun part. Okay, make your planning fun, because guess what? Planning and embellishing your page, that's self-care. You're doing something that you enjoy. So like I said, I picked out, because I was thinking, what colors and washi tape should I use this week? I thought I was going to continue this washi tape, because I used it for April to match, for the calendar to match, my cover page. And then I probably will add, similar embellishment for my April habit tracker and mood and sleep tracker. But I like to keep use up my my stationery as much as possible. So let's quickly have a look at March. So March, each and every week I have different theme. Okay, so I kept that at minimal. So I have that for my well-being, this for my weekly spread and my daily spread. So then I know all of these similar washi tapes and embellishment belong to the same week. And then again, and so this is making your planner fun, and embellishing it with your favorite stationery tools will make things pretty. Again, that's one of the 4 laws of behavior change, according to James Clear's book Atomic Habit. When you make things pretty, when you enjoy looking at your planner, you are more likely to use it than not. Okay, so then there's one for the colorful, again, inspired by the washi tape. And then 17 to the 23rd, I kept it black and white. So this is a great way for you to change things up week to week, especially if you do get planner fatigue, where you go, oh, I'm bored with that now. So change it up each and every week. Get inspired with whatever washi tape you have, whatever washi tape you still, you haven't used for a while. Look at it and then go and swatch. So what I did, let's go to the April one. So what I did is I went and looked at my stash and gone, okay, I like that one. All right, so you go and swatch it. Okay, that one. Okay, let's have a look, and then let's layer it. So this bit here, you deciding what to use to embellish your planner page, guess what? This is well-being. This is part of self-care. This is part of taking a break and adding and infusing fun into your day. It's your reset. It will help you refocus, and then you have taken the time to slow yourself down. All right. And then once I've got my washi, I then, I swatched a few different things. Let's say, I picked this color and I went, nope, that's not the right shade. And then I picked a different marker. Okay, no, that's not the right shade. Okay, so then you might have looked, you might not have as much markers and highlighters as I do, right? So then it doesn't have to be exact, because once it's all on the page, it's going to look beautiful. All right, and this is your planner. Go and embellish it, making sure that that's straight. And then here, where is it? My chair is creaking. Creak, creak, creak. Okay, so then I picked the blue, to pick the dark blue leaves on this washi tape. Add some fun. Add some color into your planner. You are going to use it more when you open your planner page and it looks pretty. Okay, so stickers, colorful markers, creative touches. You saw in my previous live streams, we did doodle session, right? In my April cover page, I showed you in real time how we created this together, and some of you have beautiful April cover pages. So tap into and don't say that you're not artistic, because it's all shapes. Do you know how to draw a circle? Then you can draw a rose, right? Do you know how to draw an oval? Then you can draw a leaf of a rose. Okay, just think of shapes. Don't think that, oh, because I used to think that. I used to go, oh, I'm not artistic enough or creative enough. So I'm going to use these three Pentel brush pen, and I'm going to pop here 31. And then again, the markers that you have on hand, go and use 3 different colors, 4 different colors. Use up all the tools you have and make now, of course, if you're aesthetically, you like minimal, then go minimal, right? You don't have to have the burst of color like I do. Let's have a look now. Take a break. Now, which one should I have at the bottom? I think I'm going to use the dark blue. So I'm just going to pop that here, because I only have 6 break that I add onto here. So I'm going to embellish the bottom of my planner page. Now remember, you can add washi in the middle of your planner spread. Probably not this one, but if you have a weekly, you can add the washi tape in the middle, especially, I know sometimes for me, I don't use up all the lines of my weekly planner spread. Okay, so this one here is my morning journal. So we've looked at habits and routines for 7 key areas of our life that we want to try and achieve throughout the week to help us give calm and balance throughout. Again, you don't have to be doing it 100% all the time. This side of the Wellbeing Planner spread is for our morning journal. So you can write great gratitude log, wins of the day. For me, I use this as my mood log. So in the morning, or when I wake up, right, I write down, how am I feeling today? Okay, no judgment. It's not, and it's neither good nor bad. It's how I'm feeling. It's our mood and emotion are based on what happened the day before, what happened during that day, what someone said, what someone didn't say. It's valid. We cannot hide it, right? We can no longer deny the feeling or suppress it. And that's where, the anxiety and the overwhelm and the stress come in, because for us women, we're told, don't show emotions, don't get angry, because then you're considered a bitch, right? So it's really important that whatever we're feeling in the moment is valid. Okay, so write it down. That just helps you acknowledge and be aware. So then, if you know you're cranky today, maybe stay away from people for go have lunch on your own. Or if you're feeling sad, what is it that you can do to make yourself feel better? So I write on here my morning my mood log. Okay, so again, have a think. What is it that you're doing in your week that's tapping and making sure you are aware and acknowledging how you feel? If we bury it, guess what? It's stuck in our head, it's stuck in our heart, right? I can't remember who does a heart dump, right? When I did on Sunday, when I did my brain dumping, someone had said that I can't remember who it was, but they did a heart dump, so however they were feeling, they let it all out on paper. Okay, let it out, acknowledge it, and then you are in a better position to go, okay, I'm tired because I didn't have enough sleep, so I'm going to make sure not to put too much on my plate. Okay, so morning journal again, or it could be gratitude. What am I thankful for? What am I grateful for? Or wins of the day, big or small. The more we spot positive things that's happening in our life, the more we'll see them, the more the brain filters it and filters everything else out. Okay, because studies and science have shown that we get so much daily input, so many visual, feeling, auditory, taste, smell, and our phone, right? It's trying to filter all this out. And then, of course, if we're feeding ourselves with negative stuff all the time, guess what the brain will see? More negative stuff. So go and give yourself positive things and write down. So you can use this part of the well-being planner spread for your mood, gratitude, or victory. Now, the other thing that's important is making sure you are taking breaks, intentional breaks. So this bit here, I normally write the micro breaks. So the type of breaks that are only a minute or two, take them a few times, several times a day. So that could be 1 minute deep breathing or 5 deep breaths. Again, the 5 deep breaths will help slow your heart rate down. It's going to say to that part of the brain that's always looking out for, danger, it's going to say, oh, okay, our heart rate is okay. We're not having to run away from anything. There is no danger. Okay, then the stress level is manageable. Okay, 1 minute deep breaths. I get up and stretch because I work at the desk a lot. Get up and stretch. Okay, so have a think. What type of breaks can you, and don't leave it until you're tired or don't leave it until you're burnt out. We need to be doing apprehension instead of prevention. Do nothing for 5 minutes. Don't look at your phone. Do nothing for 5 minutes. 5 minutes, by the way, when you're doing nothing is a long time because it's like, oh, I've still got 2 minutes left, do nothing for 5 minutes. Okay. And then again, 1 minute deep breathing in the afternoon, 1 minute. So you can add, maybe have coffee, go for a walk, 1 minute deep breaths. Okay, the other thing I like to do is check my planner at the end of because it's something fun. Check planner at the end of the day. Have I done all the stuff I need to do? Do I need to move things? And then the other break that I give myself is tidy up my desk, getting it ready for a new day the next day. Okay. Let's have a quick look. Marianne, what kind of paper are you printing on? I think this one is 160. So normally I print on 120 to GSM or 160. Then that way I don't have to worry about ghosting or bleed through of markers, especially dark markers. See how you can't see? So this one here, hang on. Nope. Am I going to sneeze? Nope. No. These ones here are the dark pigmented markers. So nice thick one. So I bought 160 GSM paper, so then I don't have to worry about any of my markers, especially when my Zig Clean color dot markers. This one is running out of ink. I've used this for like, it's probably going on 5 years. I haven't really changed my Kuretake or replaced these markers. So when they're new, because you are putting pressure, it's quite pigmented. So anything less than 120, which I think is a 38 pound or 32 pound weighted paper, for those of you in other countries who have thickness of paper measured in pounds. I do have a video talking about, the different weighted paper, but 120 is the paper I'm using. I'm guessing it's thick, which is why there's no bleed through. Yes, 120. um Weightlifting. Doc says I need to add that into my daily routine. Lol, I will add that to my list for the week. Yes. And strength training for me, I turned 50 at the beginning of the year. So I also add strength training, and they're just, what do you call it? My body weight, so squats. I have a 1 and 2 kilogram dumbbells, so I have overhead tricep, and these are like, again, make sure if you are adding any movement or training, make sure please check with your doctor. Don't follow this, so make sure you check with your doctor and find out. So these ones are like the different movements and exercises that I've done in the past, although I should, and it's just starting out. So 12 reps. So each week I have I do 3 times a week, full body, upper body. Look, I missed lower body. So it's just, squats, doing, triceps with the dumbbell and all the different things that's there. So I have my walking pad, going on my walking pad, and then also strength training, because yes, need to add those for those of us, that going through perimenopause, those in and then you don't have to be going through perimenopause to add strength training. Do it now. They always, all these things I'm hearing about, perimenopause, start early. Right? Don't wait, and don't think that strength training or weightlifting is going to bulk you up. That's what they say, but check with your doctor or any personal trainers. Let's have a look. Laura, hello, hello. Good afternoon from Costa Rica. I'm late, but I am here. Hello, Al. Quick hello whilst I'm driving, not texting and driving through. They're just on the road. Okay. Thank you. Mm. Oh, oh dear, oh dear. Excellent. All right. I love it. I love it. Okay. So where was I? Where were we? Okay, so there's the break. The other thing that I also track on my well-being are other wellness habits and routine. So this includes, what do I include in it? So, anything else that is important to you. So here, mood log, even though it's over there, I also do write my mood log, more detailed mood log in another planner, getting myself outside. So even though I am going on my walking pad, it's nice to get fresh air. Oops, wrong way. Get outside, writing my gratitude log. That helps with my wellness, right? So, wellness, sometimes in the past, I used to think wellness was just about health and physical well being, but wellness all over, right? Gratitude log, victory log. So, writing down what is a win of the day. Because again, the more we start looking at positive things or reframing negative thoughts, the more we spot it. And then the things that would normally irritate you or negative things will just, water off a duck's back. Doesn't matter. You know how when there are annoying people out and about and you're in a good mood, you just go, meh, whatever, right? But then if you are like, already frustrated, your mood's already heightened, right? And then someone cuts you off, and then that's it, your whole day's ruined, and then you're thinking about that person all day, right? It's about making sure throughout the day, throughout the week, what things can I add to make sure I am able to spot all the positive things that's going on in my life, the haves rather than the have nots, okay? And then, of course, here's 6 to 8 glasses of water, and then also eating a piece of fruit. Eat fruit, because I haven't been eating much fruit. So I need to make sure that I incorporate eating fruit into my weekly well-being routine. Okay, so that looks good so far, and all of that based on this one. That's where it started, when I started embellishing, and then I went down the rabbit hole of trying to find, ooh, what will go, what will coordinate well, what markers do I need to swatch, what type of what do you call it, hand lettering am I going to do. See, what you can do is, remember how I said doodling and drawing is just all about shapes. So if you just do a spiral and another spiral, and then grab yourself a little green marker, okay? That's it. There you go. Little doodle in the corner there. And then you can keep it as is, or you can add, I'm a sucker for dots, right? So dot, 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 right? And then embellish the margins, and then it just adds a little bit of pops to your page. Dot, 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 dot. Okay. Oh, dot, 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 dot. Okay. And look at that. Now I'm more likely from where was it? So we started off with that. That still could look fine. There'll be some weeks where I have no energy, I am not feeling creative, I don't want to go and look at my planner. So maybe that is all I can manage, and just writing with a pen, okay? Remember, plan within your capacity for that week, that day, that month, right? Plan within your lifestyle. If you're busy, then, maybe you won't get to embellish it as much. But just always make sure you are intentional with your time, and make sure you are putting in place while you are in the right frame of mind, because you're taking time to, give yourself some self-care. So later throughout the week, when you are maybe not feeling as good, you have a guide. This is like your drill. When you do your drill practices, get down low and go, go, go when there's a fire. This is like that. It's your creating and building habits. So when things aren't going according to plan, when you're not feeling as well, when you're not feeling as motivated, when you're feeling a little bit broken inside, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, you can go, all right, sit with those emotions for a little bit, nurse it, give yourself some space and compassion. And then when you're ready, you go, okay, what do I need to do? Instead of having to think and decide then and there, because you have decision fatigue, because you're already, a little bit delicate and broken, you could go, okay, have I done meditation? No. Okay, I'll just do 5 deep breaths. Slow your heart rate. Calm yourself. Do your stretches. Drink water. Call a friend. Track your expenses. Tidy up an area of your desk for 2 minutes. Read a book. Maybe read a page. Read for 5 minutes. This is your guide for when you are both productive as well as when you're not. So then you don't have to decide, okay? So again, remember, it's not about getting everything done all the time. It's just making you aware and bringing the things that are important to you front of mind. So then if you have neglected certain areas, let's say connection, and you haven't talked to family or friends in 2 weeks, and then you wonder, like I used to do in the past, why is no one calling me? Well, did you call anyone, Marianne? Did you touch base with someone else? Okay, make the first move. And then they'll know, oh, wow, Marianne's always touching base with me. I wonder how she's going. Okay, do something that will make you feel good without expecting anything back. All right, let's quickly have a look. Get outside can also be a say hello to nature. That's right. Hello, trees. Hello, plants. Hello, blue sky. Hello, gray sky. Okay, so really important. What is your favorite planner accessory? If you had to pick one thing that you cannot go without, what would it be? For me, it'll probably be gel pens, colorful pens, because you can draw with that, you can draw and doodle with gel pens. But yeah, and you can create washi tape effects with gel pens. So let me know in the chat, or if you are watching on replay, what's your favorite planner accessory? What is it that you can't live without at the moment? Add it in the chat right now. Okay, so while you're doing that, the other thing I'm going to also do throughout this week is then start to review, because it's the 31st. I'm here in Monday already, so I'm going to review March. Once today is over, one of the things that I like to do is then review, how did I go with March? What things went well? What things didn't go as well? What things do I need to change? What things, let me just take that off. What things do I need to go and maybe move around? So see how some of these evening stuff, because like I said, I have lots of energy throughout the beginning of the day, not so much. So if there's something that I have put at the end of the day that's, I haven't been actioning, maybe I need to put it earlier in the day. Okay, how did my mood go? Not too bad. I've had lots of, quite on average, March has been really good. There's been some tough days, and that's because we have to make a few major, changes and big decisions, and that's part of life when there's change. It's like the unknown can bring you such big anxiety. And then have a look through, is there anything in my weekly page, my daily planner, that maybe I didn't complete, that I either need to migrate to April or maybe let go? It's like, okay, I thought it was important to do in March, but actually now I don't need to do it, or maybe I need to move it into June. So I need to do a monthly overview and look at the big picture for my planning for April. Okay, so this is really your monthly review, is a great way for you to zoom out. Again, it's about just getting a picture, getting a bird's eye view. So then that way you are not focusing on the things you didn't do and then get hard on yourself that, I didn't use my planner. It does. What, you didn't use your planner? Maybe because you were doing some big projects. But if you focus on the things you didn't do, you forget, oh yeah, that's right, I was on holidays. Oh yeah, that's right, I had to go and nurse my emotional well-being for a little bit. Okay, so have a look through. Once the month is over, give yourself an look at March 24th to the 30th. I didn't plan much, and I'm fine with that because I planned on a daily basis. Remember, your planner is there to support you, not you trying to fit your life into the planner. I talked about, it's about planning. Did I miss? Oh no, that's because the next portion of March moved into April already. Okay, so that is a great way. So always make sure you are reviewing, your monthly. So I'm going to do an end of month reflection, see what went well, what didn't go as well. Do I need to pivot? Do I need to drop that goal for April? So before you start creating new goals for yourself, is have a look. Does it matter to me this month? Yes, it might be important, but then maybe something else needs to take priority. So why put it on your goal if you know you're not going to be able to achieve it because you're maybe, traveling, or maybe you've got a big project at work. So just because there's the 7 or 8 or 10 or whatever areas of life you want to focus on doesn't mean you have to be 100% on all of them all of the time. All it is just awareness. So then if you go, oh, like for me, my finance, I haven't been keeping track of it. So I made myself aware by looking at it that, oh, maybe I need to start tracking my daily expenses again, to make sure I'm not just, let, throwing away money on silly little things like bags and bags of Doritos and chips and Skittles and Snickers bar and Starburst, all my favorite lollies and junk food. Okay, so I will have a reflect on my last month, what worked, what needs adjusting, and then set a monthly intention. So give yourself an intention like, I'm going to be kind to myself in April. I'm going to go and make sure that I incorporate movement into my day. By writing it down, you get to see it. Remember, you can't read the label from inside the bottle. So writing it down, being intentional, planning ahead is going to be less stressful and find joy. Okay, and then align your weekly goals, just like the habits and routines that we've created for ourselves, with things that matter most to you. All right, so that's all this well-being planner is. It's a guideline. So for when I know I have high energy, low energy, high motivation, high discipline, no motivation, procrastinating, lazy, oh, I don't want to do it, right? Being a little brat and go, I don't want to go for a walk. I don't want to get outside. And then I go, okay, well, actually, maybe that's why I'm stressed. Maybe that's why I'm snappy, because I haven't gotten myself outside, for the last 4 days. That's all it is. Giving yourself awareness and giving yourself a big picture. Let's quickly have a look what your favorite marker is. What's your favorite accessory? Uh, Number one, erasable pens. Yes. So I actually, for my what do you call it? Expense tracking. I've already got my Pilot erasable pens on there. So then, because I know I'm going to add things incorrectly, just do note, erasable gel pens, don't use it for things that, documents that you need to refer to any legal but my expense tracker is just really just to make sure that I'm keeping track. So it's not like for tax purposes or anything. It's just to make sure that I am what am I trying to say? That so then the erasable, yes, Eric, that's what I'm going. Erasable gel pen. Brenda, colored markers. Yes, we need to infuse lots of colorful stickers for Cindy. My friction pen, exactly, Tamara, me too. And reviewing my planner is so sporadic for me. Again, it's just because you haven't made you're just out of practice, or you don't haven't done it. So it's just like anything. You won't get good at it until you start doing it more and more. And then especially checking these things and any of the habits, it's not going to happen overnight. You're not going to, like I've been doing like paper planning. I mean, I've always been a planner, and I've always had like the dear diaries and journals, but sort of like the bullet journal and habit tracking and things like that since 2017. And look, that doesn't mean, well, now I removed all my habit. I've removed all of my divider tabs, I can't find it anymore, right? I don't get to do it all, but it's not about being good at it all the time. It's just being aware. You're aware, Erica, that reviewing your planner. So that's why I have incorporated in the Ultimate Planner bundle a mid-month check-in, so then you don't have to wait until the end of the month to go and course correct, or you see what's working and keep doing that, what's not working. So I have a mid-month check-in as well as an end of month review. Where is it? Where is my end of month? Right? An end of month reflection. So then that way I'm not hard on myself and going, oh, why didn't I pick that up earlier? So mid-month and then end of month. So what was my mid-month? So my mid-month was, so I colored in how well I was going so far with the habits and routines that I said were important to me in 7 key areas. And right away, what's this one? My 5-minute tidy up. Okay. My place was starting to become a mess. What's this one? Look for a full-time job. Okay. So that was a new goal for the halfway for the halfway through March. And what's read and learn. So my top priorities: look for a job, focus on 5-minute tidy up, and read my book. Okay, so that's all it is making you aware of the things you said are important. So if you find that, hey, that's okay, it wasn't, something else came up for the rest of the month, so I'm okay that I didn't have that as a top priority. Again, it's just awareness. It's not a scorecard. It's not a test. It's not a report card. Okay? It's not, all it is just giving yourself an opportunity to see what's working, keep doing that. What's not, let's do something else, or try and course correct, or just go, you know what? I'm not focusing on that the rest of the month because it's not important to this month because something else took priority. Okay, so start aligning your weekly goals to the goals you want for the month, whether you plan on a month, create goals on a monthly basis or a quarterly basis. All it is, a goal is just a direction, right? And then the things that are important are the tiny little steps you take each and every day or regular basis to get to that goal. But if you go, I want to change goal now, I want to go this way. Okay, so all it is now is then taking the tiny little steps on a regular basis to get to that goal. It's once you start building the habits, the daily and weekly routines, then you'll be heading in the right direction. Okay, so if you're a pilot and you're going to fly from one state to the other, right, there's going to be turbulence, there's going to be rain, there's going to be storm that's going to set you off course, and all you're doing is making the tiny little course correction so you land at the right airport. That's all our habits and routines and trackers are. Think of it that way. It's not a report card. You're not getting tested. It's not that an A, B, or C rating. Okay. So for the month of April, I am also going to start incorporating my budget basic routine. Okay. So of course, if you are liking this plan with me session and you're getting lots of aha moments or things that you want to incorporate, and remember, right, you don't have to add everything, one thing at a time. But so April, new stuff, because I know I think it was maybe Yvonne, and I know I used to do lots of simple budgeting routines, but I moved away from it because in Australia, you can't give financial advice. But technically, these aren't financial advice. These are just habits and routines. So I'm not telling you to invest in anything. It's just tracking your simple budgeting routines. So no questions about any finance or investment or anything, nothing like that. So I'll be incorporating expense tracking, maybe putting together a sinking fund, how at the end of the month closing out the budget to make sure that I'm on track, that we are within the budget. Same thing again, a budget routine is just a habit tracker for your money. That's all it is, right? Keeping an eye and making you aware, right? It's just awareness, giving you a bird's eye view of where your money is going so you don't wonder, at the end of the month, where did it all go? Okay, so really important. Where are we? Let's having Laura says my custom planner wouldn't that's your favorite planner accessory. Yes, that's it's like a little guide. For those who are spiritual, it's like your planner Bible, right? So really important. Planning doesn't have to feel overwhelming. It's just about taking one little step at a time. Okay, and before you know it, you're going to be clearer, more focused, and balanced. And if there's days that you don't feel balanced, guess what? Take a little bit of a break. Close your planner. Just write things down on a post-it note. Write things down on a paper, right? Sometimes our planner, helps us, but then if we're overwhelmed, it's like trying to, have you seen those cartoons where if they get bonked on the head and you see stars, or like all the letters are all jumbled up and you can't read the words. Sometimes our best guide, we can't see it, we can't follow it because our mind is so cluttered. Our mind is maybe a little, we're burnt out, we're overwhelmed, we're stressed. You can close the planner for a little bit and just plan with a post-it note. Just plan with your phone. So your planning system has to work with the way your brain works as well as your lifestyle in the current moment. And that is why for those of you that have hung around me for a while, that is why I change planners from time to time, because novelty as well, our brain likes to look for novelty, new things. We want to always look for the shiny stuff. We always get influenced by someone else's planner page. Okay, so it's really important that you are kind to yourself, that if your planner is not working, or your habit tracker or your planner pages is not getting filled in, it's okay. Okay, so now speaking of, if your current planner system is not working out for you and you find yourself changing from one planner to another, one system to another, I actually have a video that talks about the emotional cycle of change. And there's no such thing as planner peace. Look at all these planners that I've had in the past. Okay, because my mind's like, oh, well, first of all, I get influenced too heavily by other planner accounts. I want to try that again because our brain loves novelty. It loves new things. But then there's also what's called the emotional cycle of change. We go through a journey. That's right. And so I have the video planner piece. It's in the description below. Have a look at that. And this was a big aha moment for me, knowing the emotional cycle of change and why in the past, I used to always just stop when things got too hard. I thought that it must be me. No, just like the same way that we go through cycles of grief, how all the different, we're angry, we're sad, we're in denial. When new things happen, when changes happen within our life, we get excited at the beginning. We have what's called uninformed optimism. We don't know yet all the hard things that will come along with this change. And then when we started doing it, like if we've got a new planner, right? We got a new planner, we buy a new one. This is it. This is the one that's going to make me stick to my habits and routines and make me drink my water and make me work out, right? So that is called uninformed optimism because we don't know yet. And then once we start doing it, we plan for the week. Yes, we're doing well. The first 2 weeks will go well. The third week of the month, not so well. Or, midway through the week, we start, not actioning our habits and routine. That's called known pessimism. It's just like, I've got to put in the reps each and every day. I've got to go and meditate each and every day. I've got to go drink water. It's not fun. It's boring. And then we go through the cycle of change of valley of despair. because we just think, oh, this is not going fast enough. You know, why hasn't the miraculous thing of being skinny suddenly? I've done 100 sit-ups. Why isn't my stomach flat yet? And then we go dip into this valley of despair, and that's where a lot of us stop. And then we start over again. Let's get a new planner again, all right? But if we just take one little step at a time past that valley of despair, we go into known optimism that we know at the end. You know, it's like the choo-choo train. I think we can. I think we can. I think we can. I think we can. I know we can. So, if you are in a valley of despair at the moment, going, my planner doesn't work, it's just a journey that we go through anytime we make changes. But all we got to do is stick to it, keep at it. And that is why we go and plan each and every week, right? We just don't go plan at the beginning of the year and just hope, fingers crossed, that hopefully I start doing my workout, right? We gotta go and put in place lots of prompts, lots of reminders to do the things we say are important to us. I mean, why do I need to write this each and every week? Why can't I just look at this, right? Because I'll probably get bored. Emotional cycle of change. I need to go and make things happy, make things laugh, all right? How are we going? Tamara says, do what feels good for you. There is no planner police. Correct. That's right. I love it. Oh my God, Tamara, Mama Dad, that would make a good dashboard in my planner. There is no planner police. Yes, isn't that a good? Or practice your hand lettering and make beautiful quote on your daily planner. I've never heard of known pessimism or valley of despair or known optimism. The emotional cycle of change. And I think I'm not too sure if I read that in Ali Abdal's book, Feel Good Productivity. Or was it at the 12-week? I'll find out. Oh, well, in that video, I would have explained where I would have, okay, yes, emotional cycle of change. Just like we go through different emotions when we're grieving, there's also different cycles when there's change in our life. It's just, that's why we're always like, oh, new planner, new washi tapes, new stickers. Okay, it's going to help me be more productive. It's going to help me get to do my habits and routines each and every day. And it's like, oh, you mean I have to do? I'm the one who has to do all the things. So yeah, have a look at that. If you want to find out more about the emotional cycle change, I highly recommend watching that video. The link is below. Okay. Now in the meantime, I want you to take time for yourself. Enjoy the process of planning and embellishing your planner for the new week. And if you have any questions or want to share your planner spreads, please make sure join the Plannerettes community. Thank you so much, everybody. I will see you again soon. Remember, yesterday was the end of my 30-day Mindful Messy March challenge. So I won't be showing up every day. I'm going to probably take a big rest, but you will see me throughout the week with community posts and some shorts here and there, but also make sure to follow me on the Plannerettes community and continue the lovely support that you get here in the live chat. Thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate you so much, and make sure you are taking time for yourself because you matter the most. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye, everybody. Bye.